Hello everyone, I am Razorblade Mango. Okay. So, judging by the title of this video, it's pretty obvious what I want to talk about today. So, yesterday it was announced officially by Warner Brothers and DC Entertainment that Zack Snyder has been chosen to be the official director of the Justice League movie coming out after Batman and Superman. Or Batman versus Superman. And as predicted, and kind of, I don't know, like, really, really, people are pissed. Like, a lot of people are pissed, and once again, it's divided the internet down at the center, the same way Man of Steel did, the same, well, mostly, because there's been a lot of negative tension about Batman versus Superman so far, and honestly, I don't blame people. All of these baffling decisions, like the reason why he wanted to include Batman, the reason why people who have been cast in these roles, just the inclusion of certain characters to begin with. It's really, at least for me, it's just been one punch to the balls after another. It's like, oh, you want to see a cool Lex Luthor? We're here. Whoopah! There's Jesse Eisenberg for you. Bryan Cranston wanted to be Lex Luthor. Nope, he's too expensive. Let's have Jesse Eisenberg be Lex Luthor. Let's have him be a skinhead street punk with genius intellect. Okay. What? Huh? Let's have Ben Affleck be Batman. Huh? Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck? What? Wait, what? And don't get me wrong, I like Ben Affleck. I think he's a good actor. I'm probably one of the few around that I know that I think Ben Affleck is a good actor, and he's a hell of a director, but I don't see him as Batman. I really don't see him as Batman. When I look at him, I just think Ben Affleck. I don't think Bruce Wayne, and honestly, he doesn't seem all that intimidating to me. Seriously, someone more like John Hamm, whose name was thrown around for a long time as Batman. He would be perfect. He would have been perfect as Bruce Wayne in Batman. He has the look, he has the stare, he has the voice. He could have nailed Batman. But for whatever reason, they gave it to Ben Affleck. Right. Okay, and then there's the inclusion of Wonder Woman, there's now the inclusion of Cyborg that's going to be in there, and there's the rumored inclusion of Aquaman and The Flash, and Dwayne Johnson as the Green Lantern, which actually, in my opinion, I think would actually be kind of interesting to see as Jon Stewart. But, and then now, Zack Snyder being involved in this universe extensively, I'm done. Like, I'm really, like, I can't even be mad. And trust me, I am very fucking mad about this. And rather than do a big, long rant about how I feel like Zack Snyder will fuck up this whole thing, which he probably will, and how Goyer is going to write two really bloated and needlessly bombarded with subplots and characters movies, because Warner Brothers wants that Avengers money. That's the only reason they're doing this. They're never going to admit it. That's the only reason they are doing this. Money. Which is one of the last reasons anybody should do anything related to film. You do it because you love it. You do it because you have a passion. Now, whether or not Zack Snyder has a true passion for these characters, I haven't exactly seen that yet, especially with Man of Steel. It really just felt half-hearted. Really, and then with Goyer still being involved, I really don't have any hope for that. This whole thing it feels like a cash grab. That's all this is, especially now. We're not even going to get a solo Wonder Woman movie. We're not even going to get another Green Lantern movie, a good Green Lantern movie. We're not going to get a good Aquaman movie, a good Cyborg movie, a good Flash movie. Because look, I'm not going to say the Marvel Cinematic Universe is perfect. It's not. Some of those movies are better than others, and some of them I don't even flat out like Iron Man 2 or Thor 2. But you have to admit, for almost every character in them, with maybe the exception of Black Widow, except actually no, she was developed rather well in the previous films, besides the Avengers. They gave time to each character, except Hawkeye. They gave the characters their own movies. Except Black Widow and Hawkeye, which I'm hoping to see in the future. And they built up these characters. They built up Thor. They built up Iron Man. They built up Captain America. They built up the Hulk. And then it made it all the more special to see these two combined. And it really felt like I got to know each of these characters. And I understood their personalities and their motivations as they went into the Avengers. With this, it just feels like they're doing a last-minute haberdash just to make Marvel money. Because DC and Warner Brothers looked at Marvel and went, hey, they're getting billions of dollars. Well, we're not getting billions of dollars. We want billions of dollars. Rah, 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 rah. So, let's reboot Batman. Put him in there. Originally, it was supposed to be Man of Steel 2. Focused on Superman. So now, let's put in Batman. Oh, that's not enough. Let's put in Wonder Woman. That's not enough. Let's put in Cyborg. That's not enough. Oh, let's start thinking about who. Fuck it, let's just go with the Justice League movie. So, what was originally going to be Man of Steel 2, a solo Superman movie, and then was going to become Batman vs. Superman, is now going to be some giant advertisement for the Justice League movie, which is coming right after Batman vs. Superman. And that's not good. This approach to this world is not good. It's just, they're copying Marvel. And that makes, and trust me, I am very fucking angry right now. I could easily go on a rant about this and just tear this to pieces. But I don't want to do that because everyone's doing that. Everyone on the fucking internet is going, fuck this movie, blah, 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 shit, fuck, tear it apart, tear it to shreds, tear Zack Snyder to shreds, tear Ben Affleck to shreds. Okay. I could easily do that. Or I could do something else. Because I legitimately want these movies to be great. I remember when I was in elementary school, there was rumors going around that they were going to do a Justice League movie. There were rumors of a Justice League movie during elementary school, middle school, high school, early years of college, that I was like, yes, finally. And I would talk with my friends about, that would be awesome, a great Justice League movie like we saw when we were kids with the animated series. So, I was excited back then. Like, I was really hoping they would do these characters justice. They would take their time developing them. They would lovingly portray them and get the very best people involved to do complete, forgive the pun, justice to the Justice League. And after yesterday, I finally realized that is not going to happen. And it makes me sad. It makes me really disappointed and sad. A lifelong anticipation has now just been stepped on by DC Entertainment. So rather than get all angry and upset, which believe me, I am, I want to help this series. I consider this like my open letter to Warner Brothers and DC Entertainment. Let me, a lifelong fan of not only movies, of DC, of most of these superheroes, and of comic books. Let me help you. You don't have to credit me for anything. You don't have to pay me a dime. Just listen to me. Let me help you. There's still time, okay? There is still time to scrap whatever plans you have for Batman vs. Superman. It's not coming out until May 2016. You could set the reboot button on this right now. You can still keep the cast from Man of Steel. Because I have no problem with Henry Cavill as Superman. I think he's a good actor. It's just the material he was given to work with sucked. I have no problem with Lois Lane being played by Amy Adams. Not her fault. The material sucked. The directing sucked. So, keep the actors. But hit the reboot button on this Batman vs. Superman thing. And the Justice League thing. And these are ways that I want to help you guys. Like, I want you guys to make the best Justice League DC cinematic universe that you could possibly do. Here are some ways I think I can help you. Just call me up. Like, just call me up. Let me know what I can do to help you. So here's some things I think if I was running this show, this is what I would do. Besides the obvious of, firing Zack Snyder, getting rid of Goyer, I would bring in somebody who has proven time and time again that he is not only a great visual director, not only a great director of actors, a great special effects director, but somebody who has a real passion and joy for comic books and for superheroes. And the right person, I believe, for this series would be Guillermo del Toro. I think he would be perfect for writing and directing a Justice League movie. His Hellboy movies are great. He did a great job with Pacific Rim. And Blade 2 is one of the best superhero movies ever. It's fantastic. He has proven that he can do superhero movies. And he has, all of his films possess this, his comic book films, possess this childlike wonder to all of them, where it's very clear that he is gleeful and loves to work with comic books. And he was in this documentary released last year called Necessary Evil, The Villains of DC Universe. And while it was not a good documentary, he expressed such a sincere and lovable enthusiasm for these characters and for the villains especially, where he really proved to me, through his words and what he said, and I really wish I could play a clip from the movie, but for fear of copyright infringement, I'm not going to. But if you want to see his work, you could probably check it out. Check the movie out. Like I said, not a good movie, but for his parts, I'd say it's kind of worth a watch. Where he's like, look, these villains are great. I've loved these since I was a kid. But I can relate to most of these villains. These are, cool people. I want to help. I want to be involved with this. And it really seems like if you offered him the opportunity to direct the Justice League, he would jump at it. He'd be like, yes, thank you. When can we start? Great, thank you. Thank you. He'd be kissing your feet. And I really think Guillermo del Toro would be perfect for this. So that's my first suggestion. Get rid of Zack Snyder. Get Guillermo del Toro in there. In fact, if you don't want to get Guillermo del Toro in there, get someone else. Get someone like Alfonso Cuarón. Get somebody like Gareth Evans. Get somebody, Gareth Evans, the guy that directed The Raid 2, which he can do action. He can write a movie. So he'd be cool for a Justice League movie. Get people that you wouldn't really, like the Marvel people have been doing. Get people, actually, if you were to copy the Marvel formula in any way, at least take your time with this. At least have at least one individual film for most of the Justice League Then get Guillermo del Toro to release the Justice League. Have somebody make a solo Wonder Woman movie, alright? Because we need one, because she's awesome. We need someone to do a Flash movie. We need someone to do a good Green Lantern movie. We need someone to do an Aquaman movie. And get people that can bring a different taste to each one of them. Something that the Marvel Universe has really been good at doing. They get people like Shane Black, Kenneth Branagh, who did Thor, Jon Favreau, just different people to come in and take care of these movies. Joe Johnson, the guys that directed Captain America 2, who are mostly known for comedy, and then went and did, superhero work. Get people like, I know David Cronenberg said he does not like superhero movies, or at least didn't like the Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight trilogy. That's fine. That's his opinion. Let him come in and do, if he wants to, let him come in and do a different take on a Wonder Woman story or a Flash story. Even if it becomes like this really hard-edged PG-13, like, psychoanalytical movie, which is what we're going for in Man of Steel. Go with that. Just let him go nuts. Maybe even let it be R, for all I know. Let it be R. Don't be afraid of the R rating. I know you're going to lose some of your audience, but you know what? If it serves the story, then it could be worth it. Because these fucking animated movies that they've been doing, they get really gory sometimes. I'm shocked most of them are PG-13. Some of them need to be R. So have the Wonder Woman movie. And, okay, for Wonder Woman, get rid of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I like her in the Fast and the Furious movies. She does not look like Wonder Woman to me. She's not a commanding presence. Get the woman who played Sif in the Thor movies for Wonder Woman. She would be perfect for Wonder Woman. Look at her. Look at her. She looks like Wonder Woman. Come on. Who does not see this girl as Wonder Woman? Seriously. She'd be perfect. And then just progress from there. So after time, you've built up the characters, built it up, and recast Batman, for God's sakes. Get John Hamm in there. I'm sorry, Ben, I know this might be a new thing in your career. It's really not doing much favors for your career right now, because people are starting to make fun of you again. Right after you earned more respect with Argo, now people are like, oh, it's Ben Affleck. Fuck, we hate Ben Affleck again because he's Batman. And honestly, I can see where they're coming from. I like Daredevil, honestly. Like, Daredevil is not that bad. Like, at least the director's cut is not that bad. Like, upon a rewatch. But it's just, people still associate him with Daredevil, and I really doubt this is going to break that spell of people going, Daredevil, Daredevil, fuck you, Daredevil. And what I would do, honestly, also with this, I would start releasing animated movies in theaters. Like, some of these animated movies, give them bigger budgets, have them be written by people like Paul Dini, like the guy, what's his name? Damn it! Like, some people, get the people that wrote Justice League animated series, get the people that wrote the Batman animated series, the Superman animated series, get them to write these movies. Then they would be phenomenal. Get the guy that get Paul Dini to write Justice League. Have Paul Dini and Guillermo del Toro team up to write Justice League, then have Guillermo del Toro direct the movie. I guarantee you that would be the best superhero movie ever. Ever. If Paul Dini and Guillermo del Toro co-wrote it together with Guillermo del Toro directing it. That would be perfect. That would be, like, amazing. And it's just, and for also the live action stuff, have people from the animated stuff write stuff. Jay Oliva, who directed, who directed the 2 Dark Knight Returns animated movies. He directed Justice League War. He directed the Flashpoint Paradox. This guy, and he was the storyboard artist for Man of Steel. This guy is a really underrated director. Get him involved with the Justice League. He knows what he's doing. And he's already working with Zack Snyder as a storyboard artist. This guy deserves to be in the director's chair, not Zack Snyder. Let Zack Snyder do the storyboard. Actually, no, don't let him do anything. Don't let Goyer do anything, because we're going to have lines like, we're going to have more lines like, oh, you know, after that, they say after the first kiss, it's all downhill from here. Do you really want the guy that wrote that line to write the new Batman vs. Superman and Justice League movies? Do you really want that? I'm like, I know you want money, alright? After Nolan has stopped with the Batman movies, you're low on cash. You need some of that Marvel money, which, from a financial standpoint, a business standpoint, I completely understand. But as a fan of these characters, the way you are doing this is all wrong. It's just wrong. It's the wrong headset. It's just the wrong casting, the wrong pacing, the wrong time, the wrong directors, the wrong writers, the wrong almost everything. And if you want to make the best Justice League movie possible, you need to start listening to people. There was no one out there who was saying, get Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Oh, get Ben Affleck as Batman. Yeah, that's a great idea. This is what the internet demands. And I'm not saying the internet is right all the time. And I'm not saying these performances are going to be horrible. Like, I'm not guaranteeing they're going to suck. Because, let's be fair, the first time, I remember this, the first time it was announced that Heath Ledger was going to play the Joker, people scoffed at that. They were like, what the fuck? Are you serious? That dude from A Knight's Tale and Brothers Grimm? Are you fucking kidding me? That little dude? Fuck that. No. And then when it came out, people went, oh shit. God damn, that was amazing. He did an amazing Joker. So honestly, I don't know. Maybe the directors, maybe Jesse Eisenberg was able to tap into some hidden villain potential within himself and deliver this amazing audition for Lex Luthor. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe Clancy Brown's voice came out of him and they just went, yes, this is our Lex Luthor. So, I don't know. But I'm just saying, with these creative decisions coming in, and the reasoning I'm hearing behind including Batman in this movie, and, you know, just to boil it down, pretty much this is Zack Snyder's reasoning for putting Batman in these movies. 1, money. 2, it's cool. Because that's all Zack Snyder knows how to do. He's just that kid that goes, that's cool, put that in there. That doesn't fit the narrative? Who cares? It's cool, put that in there. Oh, no, it's totally inconsistent, and it's kind of tasteless, and it's stupid? Fuck them, it's cool, it's cool, put that in there. And do you really want the guy... Honestly, people, do you want the guy that directed and wrote Sucker Punch to be handling the Justice League movie? No. No, you do not. You do not want that. And the only reason they're picking Zack Snyder, because right now, these days, he is a director for hire. He was desperate for work. Warner Brothers was desperate for a hit. They needed the Man of Steel thing fast-tracked so they wouldn't lose money and they wouldn't get sued over not releasing a Superman movie. So they got Zack Snyder on board because he was cheap and available, and they fast-tracked it. Then they made Man of Steel, they made their money, and they're alright, let's repeat that success. Stick with Zack Snyder, we can't afford anyone else. Get him involved, get Goyer involved, because he's not doing anything right now, really. Get them to do Man of Steel, get them to do Batman, get them to do Wonder Woman, all this other crap. And really, understandably, no one has really been kind to this so far. But I want to help you guys. Listen to me. Call me up. Hit me up. Let me help you. Please. If Warner Brothers, DC, anybody that is involved with this movie that has power, that has a voice, listen to me. Please. Take some of my suggestions into consideration. Really, if you want to make the bet, if you're really just all about the money, then yeah, ignore my video. Whatever, just ignore me. If you really just want to really don't want to do justice to these characters, you know, whatever. That's your loss. My neck is not going to be the one. Half of the internet breathes down. It's going to be yours. And if you don't start making smarter decisions with this series, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. We could have another potential Batman and Robin on our hands. Or another flop. Do you want that to happen? Do you really want to piss off the fans of Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman? Because you kind of already did that with Man of Steel. And you're not earning any favors with some of these decisions you're doing. So, anyway, that's all I've got to say for now. Please, Warner Brothers. Please, DC Comics. I am literally on my knees right now. Begging. Here, let me get on my knees just to illustrate this even more. Please, Warner Brothers. DC. Listen to me. You don't have to pay me a thing. You don't have to credit me. But just listen to me and take my suggestions into serious consideration. You will thank me later. I promise you, you will thank me later. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions as to how they can improve this series, who would you select to direct the Justice League movie? Who would you select to do a Wonder Woman movie, a Flash movie, a Green Lantern movie? Let me know. I want to know. I am dying to hear your feedback, guys. And I'm pretty sure if for by some miracle you suggest something that Warner Brothers or DC takes a serious look at and considers it, then you will have helped. And I will applaud you. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. And as always, guys, have a good one.